The idea for the store came to me actually at our pharmacy in West Little Rock. We grew up watching anime and being into shows like Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. It's all that was really available in the late 90s. And we had just opened our practice up in West Little Rock, and we were like, the traditional gift section in a pharmacy was soaps and candles and things like that, and we thought, hey, how cool would it be if we maybe integrated some of this product and see how it did? And so we started with just like a small pocket, and it quickly picked up traction. We have a relatively younger patient population, and it resonated with them. And so then we're starting to get phone calls of people being like, what is this place? Like, I can't find you guys. What is this? Because it's a big medical building. And so once they figured out where we were at, fast forward 6 months later, we were like, okay, we need a much bigger space because, we're just packed with people who aren't really patients, who are looking for this product. And so that's when we took the leap and decided to go all in at the space here at the outlets of Little Rock.
I'm a tattoo artist at Black Cobra Tattoo. I've been tattooing for about 11 years almost. I usually do a lot of like neo-traditional and Japanese style. That's my favorite style to do. A lot of like black and gray stuff too, a lot of black work stuff, and also anime stuff. Very tricky, like if you were to like try to like line for line like trace an anime and like tattoo it, it's so busy in like the line work. There's like, it's so technically drawn like well and busy that like it's hard to translate it into a tattoo.
So I very like viscerally remember our connection to anime because we walked home from school, and I was in 3rd grade, my sister was in 1st grade, and we would literally be like sprinting home because Toonami had just come on to Cartoon Network, and if we got home quick enough we could catch Dragon Ball Z, and then it was immediately followed by Sailor Moon. So, and that was like the highlight of our day. Every weekday, that's what we did. Back then, it kind of went hand in hand, our passion for anime and Japanese pop culture in its entirety through things like Pokemon had come out, and we were like obsessed with that, and other Japanese franchises were starting to become a little more well-known in mainstream in the US, particularly, probably I'd say mostly through video games in the beginning, and then that I felt like really opened the door to more media being imported.
Yeah, it's definitely grown a lot. Like I remember, I'm like kind of older now, I'm 30, but when I was younger, anime was still popular. Definitely not as popular as it is now. There's not like there weren't anime stores everywhere, not everywhere, but here and there, or like conventions and stuff like that back then. I feel like some people were maybe even like slightly ashamed of it, or like didn't want to like be out in public like expressing that they're like into the anime stuff. Whereas nowadays it's just like almost mainstream. It's everywhere.
What has been really cool is that, in that process, we created the space that we would have loved, when we were kids, because it's got, and we try to kind of represent that in everything that we have in the store. So we have the snacks, we have models, we have apparel, we have plushies, all, we wanted to cover all of our bases to basically create the store of our dreams for when we were kids, what we would have loved to come to. And so it's incredibly surreal to see that, in my kids or in customers that come in, when they come in and it's all here, and especially when I catch somebody on their first time in, it's a really incredible moment. It's like millennials all the way down to little kids. It's nice to have such a wide net to cast, when you're getting into a business in the first place. And so for us, it's like especially cool because it's something we're passionate about, and it affects so many people and kind of in different ways. I feel like it is very generational how we experienced it versus like how my kids experience it. It's really different. So, but it's cool because it's shared. I feel like doors kind of opened over time again through like video games, and then we got to see more physical media being imported to where kids today, it's very interwoven in their media consumption from the get-go, just because of how intertwined streaming services have become in most people's entertainment consumption.
I also like anime, so when I'm doing a tattoo of an anime, like a character or something that I'm like super into, like I get hyped about it, and it's exciting for me too, because like if it's a specific character, I like that character a lot. It's just really fun for me to do it. I don't have enough. I only have one, and it's this little Kid Goku that I've had right here. When I was like a kid, it resonated with me a bunch. It was like one of the first ones I ever saw and fell in love with.
I would say probably the coolest part of the space to us personally has been the sense of community that we've built out. So we were so excited to work with the Arkansas Rhythm Game Group. We rolled two shipping containers from Japan filled with Japanese arcade games. We wanted to create another unique experience with games that you're not going to find at some of the mainstream arcade companies, you know, and so we did just that. We expanded into the space next door. They were gracious enough to let us bust a hole in the wall to connect, you know, to the other spot, and we were able to bring in games that you're not. These are the only ones that exist in the state of Arkansas for most of what we have over here. Some of these games are the only ones that exist like between New York and California and the whole country. And I feel like that's where we found a lot of our success, is embracing the community who's passionate about it and creating an experience that's unlike anything else that you're going to find. There is more coming soon, so we're not stopping with these two. We've got a couple of more projects in the works that we're excited to be rolling out in the very near future. I mean, it's incredibly special to me. It's very, very special to me to be doing this with my sister. I actually had a conversation with my son about this, my oldest son, this morning, and I was like, I hope that you have the opportunity to, you know, to have a situation like this, because it has been so incredible to have somebody that I can, like a total rock that I can depend on, that I can trust, and, you know, who it's never in our wildest dreams as kids watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami in the afternoon would I have thought we would have been able to accomplish all this together. So it's really incredible.